Namaskar and warm greetings to all. I am really thankful to the organizer for inviting me in this important webinar. And I think all of us today had celebrated World Environment Day. And first of all, I must acknowledge this particular topic, what I have prepared. It is for all, not only for us healthcare professionals. It is for all, including our general population. So uh, let's start today's presentation. I think, yeah, my slides are visible and I am audible too. Okay. So wait. So yes, the topic is a little bit interesting. The spiritual dimensions of pollution, healing our planet and ourselves. And we all know this year the theme of World Environment Day is Beat Plastic Pollution. So on this World Environment Day, which also coincides with Ganga Dussehra, today whole India is celebrating Ganga Dussehra too. We will discuss about how pollution is not just an environmental crisis, it is a spiritual disconnection. So let us explore how reconnecting with ancient wisdom can heal both the planet and ourselves. So why we need to talk about spirituality and pollution? So we need to remember, when we harm nature, we harm something sacred. Our greed, speed, and disconnect from values have led to this crisis. But if the disease is spiritual, the cure must be spiritual too. So modern pollution is not only an environmental crisis, it is a spiritual disconnection. We have forgotten that the earth is not a resource, but a sacred trust. And when we talk about plastic pollution, it is a mirror. It reflects our inner clutter and collective ignorance. So if we say, when we pollute the earth, we pollute our own soul. If we talk about the health burden of pollution, be it the air pollution, which is a leading cause of COPD, ischemic heart disease, stroke, and we are talking now the link between air pollution and diabetes. With water pollution, which is linked to arsenic toxicity, neurological impairments, there are multiple outcomes of water pollution. And when we talk about plastic pollution, starting from endocrine disruptors leading to infertility, and we all know the dangerous consequence of microplastic ingestion in humans, leading to multiple malignancies. And almost 7 years ago, Lancet Commission on Pollution and Health, they had stated 9 million premature deaths per year due to pollution. So this is not just about ecology. it is about public health now. Pollution kills silently through lungs, gut, and bloodstream. And plastic, though convenient, is toxic over time. We know, we practice that the earth is one family. And if we talk about our rishis who had declared Ayam nija paribeti ganana laghuchetasham udara charitanangtu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole earth is one family, and pollution violates this cosmic order. Reconnecting with dharma means respecting the five elements. So, when we talk about the earth is one family, this is the vision from 5,000, 6,000 years. And this is central to Indian philosophy. So, if we talk about Upanishad, especially if we take one reference from Tattvirya Upanishad, which teaches reverence toward air, that is Vayu, water, that is Apa, and earth, the Prithvi. So healing begins when we recognize oneness of all life. And we need to remember pollution is adharma because it is the violation of universal order. And we need to acknowledge inner pollution, which reflects outer pollution. As we had just talked about, anger, greed, ignorance manifest outwards as industrial exploitation and ecological degradation. We all know that our plastic grid is symbolic of inner accumulation. We hoard, we consume, and we discard. So, very importantly, the meditation and mindful living reduce unnecessary consumption and promoting ahimsa, that is non-harming. Lots of spiritual traditions. We are really fortunate that in this part of world we were practicing. Be it Hinduism, we were talking about Pancha Mahabhut, be it Buddhism, the mindful consumption, Jainism, the aparigraha, the non-possessiveness, and different indigenous cultures which had reciprocal different type of cultures which reciprocate with earth, which actually prevent the overuse of resources. So all these tradition and teaching, they had ecological value. Respect for natural elements reduces material craving, minimizes waste. And when we talk this beautiful sloka from Bhagavad Gita, Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhava yakyat bhavati parjanno yakka karma samudbhava. All beings are sustained by food. Food is produced by rain. Rain arises from sacrifice, that is yajna, and sacrifice comes from righteous action. So this verse actually highlights the interconnectedness of all life and the ecological cycle from action to rainfall to food to life, driven by sacred duty, that is dharma. It reinforces the idea, that very idea, living sustainably and ethically is not just practical but spiritually essential. And if we talk about healing the planet, is healing the self. And again, if we talk about the very mantra from our sacred text, Loka samasta shukhino bhavantu, may all beings be happy, the daily practices, what had been taught by our ancestors, like fasting, like silence, like detachment, they are all equivalent with ecological empathy. When we wish for happiness of all beings, we naturally become protectors of nature. So, as we had mentioned, the fasting, gratitude, ethical choices, these shape an ecologically compassionate care. So, as we are talking today about plastic pollution, it is a moral injury to the biosphere and to our own spirit. So, we must acknowledge that environmental action must include inner transformation. As we were talking, today is also Ganga Dussehra. This could be a sacred reminder on World Environment Day. So, in Ganga Dussehra, we celebrate the descent of Mother Ganga from heaven to earth. Mother Ganga, which is a symbol of purity, renewal, and divine grace. So, when we talk about Ganga in India, we consider Ganga. It is not just a river. She is a Ganga Devi, the lifeline of Bharat's civilization, revered in the Vedas and Puranas. She represents Shuddhi, that is purification of the body, mind, and environment. And if we translate in today's life the ecological reality, the sacred Ganga faces plastic dumping, sewage, and industrial pollutants. We have other rivers. If we talk about the Jamuna and other rivers, which suffer similarly, our actions violate the sanctity of nature. So to pollute the Ganga is to wound the very soul of Bharat. Let this Ganga Dussehra inspires us to not just worship water, but also to protect it. Gange cha Jamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jaleshmin Sannidhin Kuru. This is the place, the Gomukh, from where the Ganga is there. Especially when we chant this sloka, Gange cha Jamune chaiva, we need to remember we want actually plastic-free rituals. We need to promote or support river cleaning drives. We need to offer prayer by planting trees, not just flower. This sloka we chanted daily, it is a call to make every water body sacred. Let's bring our prayers into practice now through plastic-free rituals, tree plantation, and community cleaning. This paper had been published. I request you all, this is freely available from the PRF website and API website, the monograph, Pollution and Health. We had written a detailed chapter on spiritual dimensions of pollution, healing our planet and ourselves, uh, under the guidance of Professor Jyotirmoy Pal and Padma Shri Shashankar Joshi. We had prepared this chapter. And when we talk about the bridging science and spirit, so we need to acknowledge science and spirituality need not be in conflict. In fact, there are multiple research which had shown spiritual values lead to sustainable choices and better mental health. So faith-based messages matter. This is a very interesting systematic review which had shown that eco-spirituality improves mental health and sustainable behavior. WHO recognizes mental and spiritual well-being as pillars of holistic health. So it is not only the physical, mental, or social well-being. It is now also we need to consider spiritual well-being. And we should have integrative policies. So environmental education must include spiritual ethics. And actually, this systematic review had shown there are multiple studies which were on the faith-based environmental messages ultimately lead to higher eco-conscious behavior. So what can we do now? Yes, number one, we need to take oath to reduce plastic by conscious living, practice daily gratitude to earth, educate our youth on spiritual ecology, organize community cleanups with prayer or meditation, and of course, we need to promote the Swatik lifestyle. And this is our to-do list, not just for today, but for every day. And let our daily choices, what we eat, how we shop, what we discard, reflect prayerful living. So let our consumption become a prayer, not a plate. So a prayer to the planet Earth. O Mother Earth, forgive us for our excess, guide us to live simply, humbly, and joyfully. May our actions reflect the purity of rivers, the silence of forests, and the patience of mountains. So, from pollution to prayer, this Environmental Day, World Environment Day, is not just about plastics. It is about purpose. Let us shift from taking to giving, from harming to healing. This, this is our spiritual duty. So it is a call to awakening. Healing the earth begins with purifying ourselves. Let us move from being exploiters to guardians of life, health, and spirit. When you touch the earth with reverence, she heals you. So, dhanyabad. Thank you very much. As we know, sarve bhavanti sukhino, sarve bhavantu niramaya. Stay connected in spirit, science, and service. On this sacred day of Ganga Dussehra, may the purity of Ganga flow through our actions. May our conscience be our compass, and may we rise as guardians of earth, not just inhabitants. When we heal the earth, we heal ourselves. And when we purify our inner world, the outer world will definitely transform. Thank you very much. Again, I'm really blessed as you had given me this opportunity to share my thought. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you have any question or comment, you can tell us. Yes, over to moderator.